Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Muhammad Sheikh's channel. Please click the bell icon so that you may receive timely notifications of our upcoming videos.
Now Aal-e-Imran 364, this ayah can be referred as the duty, our duty of as a Muslim. Qul ya Ahl al-Kitab, Aal-e-Imran 3 and ayah 64. قل يا أهل الكتاب تعالوا إلى كلمة سواء بيننا وبينكم ألا نعبد إلا الله ولا نشرك به شيئا ولا يتخذ بعضنا بعضا أربابا من دون الله ولا يتخذ بعضنا بعضا أربابا من دون الله فإن تولوا فقولوا اشهدوا بأننا مسلمون. Say, O people of the book, come to a word that is equal or common between you and us, that we serve none except Allah, and that we do not associate anything with Him, and that we do not take from among us as lords other than Allah. Then if they turn back, then say, you bear witness that we are Muslims submitters. The address is, say to the people of the book, Ya Ahl al-Kitab. You see, this is the book of Allah, generally referred as Quran. This I hold in mind. If I say what if people who are not Muslims, label people who in the world like non-Muslims people, if I show this book I hold in my hand and I say what book I am holding, you tell him what is the name, what the name is written. I say Holy Quran. They say this book is the book of the Muslims. Won't they say this? This book, who is believing in this book? The Muslims. So all the non-Muslim people will say this book is the Muslim book. People who follow the Quran are Muslims, right? So when Allah says, "Qul ya Ahl al-Kitab," say, O people of the book, O people of the book. So these non-Muslims are, if they read this sentence, O people of the book, they will think, okay, this book, people of the book are who? Muslims. So you look at this address, Qul ya Ahl al-Kitab, say people of the book, right? And the end, you see in the end, Bi'anna Muslimun. In the end you see Muslimun and the address is Ahl al-Kitab, people of the book. So now if you look this and the way how it is written, that the job of the Muslim is submitted for Allah is to say to the people of the book. Who are the people of the book? Which people who are having this book in their houses? No? There are people in the world, so-called label Muslims, label Muslims, submitters, who have got this book in their house. So Allah is telling to the very same people, Qul ya Ahl al-Kitab ta'alaw, come, ila kalima, come to a word, Sawain bainana wa bainakum, come to a common word, a word. This book is a common, is equal, which you will also agree and I also agree to this book, right? It's a common thing. So Allah says, Qul ya al-Kitab, say to the people of the book, Ta'alaw ila kalima, come to a word. This word, bainana wa bainakum, which is a common or equal for both of us, you and us, this book is a common book. And then you must say, Allah na'buda illallah, that we do not serve except Allah. Now, if you ask anybody, who will say that we are serving other than Allah? All Muslims so-called will agree to this. We are not serving anybody except Allah. No. They are not serving Allah. That is the issue. The topic I started, are they submitting to the ayahs of Allah? Then only you can serve Allah. If you say you are a Muslim and you do not know any ayat of the Allah, and you say that you are Muslim to what? To what your ancestors told you? You are submitting to that? Or you are submitting to the ayah? You don't know the ayahs. They do not know the ayah. So normal Muslim, any Muslim submitter who say he is a submitter or Muslim and he doesn't know any ayah, or he is not following the ayahs of Allah, he is not submitting for Allah. He may be submitting to a school of thought or to submitting to the person who is telling him something. That is what Allah na'budu illallah. We will not serve except Allah. That is the first point. We have to share this with the person who says he is a Muslim, but meaning he says he is a submitter to what? So he will tell you, I submit to Shiaism, I submit to Sunnism, I submit to Qadianism, I submit to Hanafism, Shafiism, Hanbal, so many names there are. Are they submitting to Allah? Because you have to submit to Allah. That means they are serving them, not Allah. That is the issue. If you say, I submit to Allah, then you must have an ayah for your submission. If you do not have an ayah for your submission to the ayah, then you are submitting to that philosophy you are talking about. You will argue and debate and discuss that about that philosophy. You will say, this is how Islam works, this is how religion works, this is the ulama, and then you give such big narrations. The basic thing, do you submit to Allah? Not just the word I submit to Allah. Tell me an ayah. Do you? Tell me which ayah. If you do not, then then the narration you are giving me, you are submitting to that. You are submitting to that. That is what Allah na'budu illallah. That is why Allah says that we will not serve except Allah. When we say accept Allah, then you must know what Allah says. If you do not know what Allah says, then you are serving something else. It's very simple. وَلَا نُشْرِكَ بِهِ شَيْئًا, and we will not associate with this, with Allah, anything. And we are doing it. We say Allah says this. What is an association? What is an association? If I deliver this talk, and you listen to a talk, and you try to explain in your maximum understand what you understand, and you go out and you know what Muhammad Shaikh said. Suppose you are sincere and exactly repeating the same thing, but at the same time you repeat some of yours. That is associating what I said and what you are associating in the concept which I said. That is associating in my concept, and the people who will hear you will think this is what Muhammad Shaikh said it. Then don't you? Will you think that, na? Okay, this man has come from the talk, and what he's telling me, this is what Muhammad Shaikh said it, with all your mistakes and blunders. Similarly, you can understand what Allah says. When Allah says in an ayah, He is explaining a certain thing, and now you understand that ayah, and you say this ayat is also right, and now let me explain the things what he is trying to explain. And now that explanation is mixed with the ayat, and you are confused. So you believe associating with Allah, wala nushrika bihi shay'a, we will not associate anything with Allah. With this, how you associate, you believe in the ayats, at the same time you believe in the people's philosophies according with associating with it. You're believing both. This is very important. You must understand that when you must see the ayat what it says, you must understand first the ayat essence, then you see how the other person is telling. If you know the difference between the ayah and what the man is saying, then you know the difference. If you do not know the difference, you are thinking that whatever he is saying is what I am saying. It's not like that. So this is the second command, وَلَا نُشْرِكْ بِهِ شَيْئًا وَلَا يَتَّخِذَ بَعْضُنَا بَعْضًا أَرْبَابًا مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ, and we will not, from among ourselves, among us, we will not take arbab. Rab is a lord, means Rab means Lord. Arbab is the plural of lords. You can say lords or Lord, Rab. And another meaning to Lord is cherisher, nourisher. Who's giving you cherishment, nourisher. In Urdu will be palne wala, nourisher, cherisher. To Allah says, وَلَا يَتَّخِذَا بَعْضُنَا بَعْضًا أَرْبَابًا مِن دُونَ, except from Allah, other than Allah, we will not take among ourselves, among us, arbab, Lord cherisher, meaning that we will think that this guy is cherishing me. You are dependent on someone, thinking that he is cherishing me, nourishing me, and whatever he is giving me ideology and philosophy, he is my nourisher and cherisher. He is my Rabb, arbab. So Allah says, among ourselves, we will not take each other's Lord and cherishers, except Allah. فَإِن تَوَلَّوْا, then if they turn back, فَقُولُوا شَهَدُوا بِأَنَّا مُسْلِمُونَ, say to them that we are Muslims. So and the ayat end, we are Muslim submitters. In the end, we are submitters. In the context of this is by performing duties. What is the first duty is that you have to call these people, قُلْ يَا Aal-e-Kitab, those who have got the book, this book, wherever the book, people are holding this book. You must remember, it is a duty of a Muslim. Every Muslim has to share this message. That I read an ayat before also, then the Rasul is a witness over you, and you Muslims you have to recite the ayat to other people.